Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Today we will learn about function. Function is very unique because user cannot see the beneficial of function. Only programmer can see it because it is being used during coding. So only programmer can know what is the difference between using function and not. Function can be categorized in two groups, which is predefined function. Predefined function is a function that has been included in the coding. For example, using hashtag include string.h. String.h is used to define using string component like string copy and string compare. This is a predefined function. User didn't have to define this function because it is already in the program. Then we have user defined function. The user defined function is a function that the programmer can use to give a specific task like float calculate. So the function is specific in used to calculate, and the function is to calculate price and to show price. And other is void. This function is only to display, to use for display, and it will not return a specific value. Okay, now we know the types of function. Then we can learn about the structure of a function. So a function must have a definition function. This is to define that the function exists in this program. Then we have function call. This is to call a function and to enter the function in the other function like this. Then we have the function header. This is the starter of a function. And if we have a head, then we have a body too. So this is function body. The function body is where we put all the programs of the function. Okay, now we will see the function definition. Function definition has three parts, which is the return type. The return type is the data type for the value to return to. Then we have a function name. This is to define the specific function. Every function has a specific name. Then we have the parameter. This is the value that we want to pass to another function. There are many types of ways to pass a value to another function. The first is passing by value. In passing by value, the value of a in here is not the same as a in here, because the value can change. Because the value in passing by value is independent. It is not reliable by one another. So if we want to return a value from this function, we have to make the sentence, which is return answer. So it will return the value in answer to this function call and store the value in this variable, which is answer, and display it. So that is passing by value, two independent variables, two functions. Then we have passing by reference. Passing by reference is dependent variable, which means the variable that we adjust in main function is will affect the value in the function. Okay, for example, when we put the value of c, example is 5, so it will pass 5 to this function here, and the value of a will be 5, and the value of b will put 6. Okay, now 5 plus 6 is 11, so 11 will be stored in a, and because we refer a to c, so it will put the value of 11 to c because we referred to a. Okay, so the value of c is now 11. So when we display the value in c, it will display 11 because we refer the variable of c in function a. So every time we update the value in A, it will affect the variable in this function, in the main function, because it is an dependent variable. Lastly, we have passing pointers. So pointers is address. This passing, we will pass the address of the value. So in this, for example, we put A is 5 and B is 6. So it will pass the value of 5 and 6. The star symbol here represents the address of the value. So in this function, we have 5. Is 5 and B is 6. So 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 will be stored in address A, and it will pass the address to this main function, and the program will fetch the value in the address given from this function. Now we have learned all that we need to know about function. So I hope you have a more clearer view about the types of function and the types of passes that the function can pass. So happy programming, and see you next time.